Cut my arm sticks off. Cut the rods off. Long printed. God damn it.
The vilest deeds, like poison weeds, bloom well in prison air. It is only what is good in man that wastes and withers there. Pale anguish keeps the heavy gate, and water is despair. Oscar Wilde.
I'm here to talk about Lil Nas X's Industry Baby video. From a personal experience, as one puppet with a wild life, I've been locked up several times. I've spent time in those cells fantasizing about being able to free everyone in prison and tear them all down.
Leave them in flames and ruins
as we parade out of there. And Lil Nas X made my fantasy come true. I'll be providing my commentary on the video, as well as reading selections from Against Prisons by Catherine Baker and Anarchism, What It Really Stands For from Emma Goldman. Make sure to click like and subscribe on yourself. You deserve it. Before we get started, I just want to read this real quick Catherine Baker quote to get things going off. We live in a cynical time when things have become simplified as far as prisons are concerned. Very true.
Lil Nas X, I sentenced you to 5 years in Montero State
Prison, a social protection. What monstrous mind ever conceived such an idea? Just as well say that health can be promoted by a widespread contagion. Emma Goldman.
Baby bet, ayy, couple racks, ayy, couple Grammys on him.
So prison is the ideal kind of death because it eliminates en masse those whom society could only physically kill in small numbers. It economizes emotions. Catherine Baker.
And this one is for the champion. Ain't lost since I began.
What they want is not prison, but punishment. And this is why they are not at all opposed to prison abolition, as long as prisons are replaced by something better? Catherine Baker. And do you ever think about what it means that it used to be illegal for queer people to exist? Anytime the law is used to erase someone's existence, there are generations of ramifications. Life would not be any more barbarous without laws.
I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for.
We have been stripped of everything and made strangers to our own lives. Catherine Baker.
When I'm back up at the top, I wanna hear you say, you don't run from nothing, dog.
When we affirm that we do not recognize anyone's power to judge us or our acts, we are really abolishing the infamous social consensus, which is just based on turning oneself over to the community.
Need a couple number ones, need a pack on every song, need me like one with Nicki now.
When there is talk of reducing prison terms, once again it is to soften the punishment, to make the prison sentence more bearable, but we should question the absurdity of wanting to reduce the suffering that is inflicted precisely by the justice system. Catherine Baker.
I ain't fall off, I just ain't release my new shit. I blew.
With the arrogance and self-sufficiency of the king who could do no wrong, governments ordain, judge, condemn, and punish the most insignificant offenses, while maintaining themselves by the greatest of all offenses, the annihilation of individual liberty. Emma Goldman.
Call me Doobie, and this one is for the champion.
That sink is real, man. And those eggshell white cinder block walls, it's like this, which makes the rest of this video all the more cathartic.
Leave them in flames and ruins.
Get him, Montero.
You know we did it again. I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting.
The definition of law is a mandatory rule imposed on man from the outside. It is obviously because they're outside us that we reject all laws, including, of course, the law of the strongest. We are opposed to force, so long as that force in question seeks to restrain us. Catherine Baker.
All run from nothing, dog. Get your soul.
Between that fall and those nails, Lil X is getting down with that feline energy. Okay, Lil Nas X has done a lot of hot things, but this is the hottest. Now, hold on while I update my dating profiles with some new interest.
Record so clean, they couldn't wait to just bash me.
Call me by your badge number, am I right?
Where's y'all sense of humor? I'm done making jokes.
We want to think with others about ways of living with others outside pre-existing systems. Catherine Baker.
Vets feel like they juniors. Say your
We can only be of interest to each other if judging people is reduced to a minimum. We need to rethink things starting from our personal viewpoint.
late bloomer. I didn't peak in high school, I'm still out here getting cuter.
So, prisoners get out. Imprisonment will, at the very least, have got them riled up. No sensible person could stand the thought of living with people who have been deliberately driven to anguish and made violent and enraged. So not only does prison not protect decent people from criminals, it daily releases delinquents who are labeled and provoked as such into unimprisoned society. Catherine Baker.
On the road, I got what they waiting for.
Today it can be said aloud that dungeons are dungeons, cages are cages, and that nothing can be done about those who are locked in, since the main thing is not to do them good, but that offenders are banished inside the national borders. They are purely and simply suppressed. That is why short prison sentences appear inept and totally meaningless. Catherine Baker.
You say you don't run from nothing, dog. Get your soul.
We want to live among people who think about their lives and do not abandon them to social authority. Catherine Baker. It is not the law, but freedom that can allow individuals to live in harmony by forming relationships that start from themselves, not from the social relationships they are forced into today. Catherine Baker. I also wanted to discuss ABO Comics. This is an organization that publishes comic books made by queer prisoners. These are queer people in prison. These are actual prisoners, and all the money, all the proceeds go to the prisoners themselves. It goes to their funds that they get to buy things with while they're in prison. That system's really messed up, guys. Oh, goodness. Okay, so check out ABO Comics. I'll do a video on them later, but I wanted to plug them at the end of this, just with the theme of queer prisoners. So yeah, guys, that was God, I love that video. It's a really cool video. I love this song. It's a great song. I didn't have time to really dissect it musically. There's a lot going on with the snares. There's like two different kind of snare sounds and the marching snare. I think there's a lot to be said about the song musically, but that's not what I'm doing here today.
Leave them in flames and ruins.
To help spread the message about prison Okay, one more quote. God damn it with the sticks. Cut my arm sticks off. Cut the rods off. Long print. God damn it. Long prison sentences. Oh my God. Long prison sentences correspond perfectly to the desire to murder. We eliminate bothersome people, like any crook would. Long prison sentences correspond perfectly to the desire to murder. We eliminate bothersome people, like any crook would. Catherine Baker.